What is up, everybody? I'm No Lux Given, back with some more Fairytale Fables, and I'm climbing. As you can see, one thing that I thought was kind of interesting is previously I was only getting 100 points for every first place finish, but now first place is worth 150 points, but you can also lose some points if you get 6th or 7th or 8th, as opposed to just previously you would always gain points and they're just trying to get you up to 2k as fast as possible. But I might even be able to get to 3k faster because it's 150, it's more points for a first place finish, and I tend to do pretty well. Since hitting 2k, I've had a first place, and a 5th place. I'll check these out in the history while we are waiting for the queue to pop, unless this pops the whole computer. No, there we go. So I played one game with Pig Entrepreneur. Starts with a piggy bank, and it was like fine. I was getting a little bit greedy, if we're being honest. This was an upgraded polywoggle that slayed on the final turn I was alive. I gave it a bunch of extra stats from not a horse thief, from something else. Don't really remember. But then I had two really powerful games. One where the queue's still going, right? Okay, perfect. We're in it. I played a game where I got some food done. I love Fisher King. Okay, first time you reach level 5, getting random level 6 treasure. Right up my alley. I don't care if I'm losing and getting +3/+2 permanently. I want to go fishing. I do like Young Parrot, and I also kind of like locking for the short sword. So one thing I could see doing here... You know what? Does this character have starting attack? It does not. And I've got 2 starting attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock onto this board, and then next turn I'm going to put Elaine in my hand, because I think that this is a pretty good early game hero too, since you start with a 2x2, and then late game it's just insane. And one thing that's like kind of, if you know about my playstyle, I really love 1st or 6th type decisions, and if I can get into a position where I'm either going to get 1st or 6th place, I'll take it, because that sounds like just a lot of fun to me. Let's pick up a second Elaine, and then let's pump up the parrot, and we might as well utilize our free roll here rather than just stay locked onto Elaine. There's no real direction that Fisher King brings us in until we get to the later stages of the game, so might as well just roll and consider interesting options that we see. A second Young Parent is good. I have found that most, and this is probably true of most recent videos that I've done as well, but most of my recent games, I try to do a smite. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer, because 50-50 we win and we get the slay. So that is quite the bummer. Monkey ain't too shabby here. We could go monkey plus freshen up and see if that finds us another monkey. It doesn't, but it does give us another Elaine, or a small imp, or just an elementary insight. But I think I like going for an imp here and just building the strongest board for the time being, because we are not going to have a hero power for a little bit now, and then I'll finish off with some fruit. I'm going to have a drink. I just finished recording yesterday's Marvel Snap content. So my voice is maybe a little bit raspy. Again, I lose that early game 50-50, and I'm taking a ton of damage and starting to think, you know what? This might be a 6th. We might have to go next here. I do think that Baby Monkey is fine, and I also think that Demon Sprite is fine. It's awkward that we are really not doing it on these early turns here, but I think this might have to be it. Next turn, I could pick up Consti plus New You. I think that's probably good enough to lock onto. And I might just have to throw in this Elaine at some point, but the fact that Elaine could just die to the Demon Sprite, I don't actually remember if Demon Sprite can kill things, but the fact that this is a demon means that it's more likely to hit onto Elaine and the Young Parrot, so we'll try to play around that by continuing to keep Elaine in my hand here. Then maybe we get a cool build around card next turn. That could be fun. Okay, so the parrot shrunk but did not die. And then we basically die as we lose another combat. But let's see what this affords me here. Okay, not fantastic, but it might give me a little bit of tempo. Here we've got a pair of Mycroft Homes. I actually think Demon Harbinger might be solid here. And it's a demon, so let's lock onto that. Don't think I'm going to go for the Mycrofts. I will just wind up rolling. And then, honestly, at this point, I could take a look at my next round opponent. Ah, they do have 2 Elaines that we could slay against. All right, all right. I will put the parrot back into position here and see if we can make that work. And I want to give the sword to the parrot because it's reasonably likely that the parrot's going to get shrunk. Not a very strong start for me, though. So we'll see if we can turn some things around here. Parrot gonna get the slay on an Elaine, which is fine. Oh, and this guy attacks backwards. That's right. That's right. Okay. Take 6 more down to 10. I think I'm about ready to go next here. But we'll see what we can make happen. Kind of want another evil character. Oh, Future Vision is fun because we could use that to grab our random level 6 treasure. I don't know if that's good enough. Be interested in tripling the monkey or just picking up a more reasonable character like a sheep, and then you, I guess, bench the small imp or something. Actually, you just bench the sheep. And that should pump up both of the monkeys. I guess it did. Alrighty. Next turn we are level 4. I don't think I can afford to do any chameleon strats. I just have to pick up 2 or 3 strong things next turn. Can't really be afford to be spending on chameleon. Guess I could have bought chameleon here and sold off the... Oh, that is terrible. Don't really like any of those either. This thing is fine. I'll pick it up. Just because I think I need to. And I could lock onto Future Vision. Alright, maybe Future Vision can save me here. Sell off the short sword. Oh, I did not need to do that. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, Adventuring Husky is just immediately insane because it starts off in, like, the shop. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, that's really, really good. I'll have to remember that. And then I messed up by selling the short sword, but I might as well... I'm just going to do this. Part of me wants to go for the chameleon. I will pick up the chameleon if Future Vision gives me something that really plays into it. But I'm not going to worry about it if that doesn't happen. And I think this is a win, too. We'll just have to attack into Van Helsing and have it not kill off the Husky. And there we go. A tie. Tie feels like a win when I'm sitting at 5 here. And now let's find myself a treasure. My characters have +1/+2 for each different type on my starting board. So that's going to be a weird little game to play. But certainly seems like something I could do. That's definitely going to be enough stats for the chameleon. I'm out of cash now at this point, but I don't think that I want to roll because then I'm going to lose my XP or like start to lose my XP. Catbox is actually solid. It'll be my first good and my first cat. So that's good. Probably want to cut my evil demon. Hang on to a royal for now, but let's throw Catbox in here. Yeah, that's going to make my numbers go up. I feel like I want Adventuring Husky in this position, but I think this is going to make me too strong. So I think I need to put Chameleon here, and Adventuring Husky can just go like in this position. I think that's fine. Actually, yeah, let's throw it front so that way it's still strong. That's fine. That's fine. That's right. Don't want to use my free roll because my free rolls do, I think, count against my XP. Chameleon's going to slay and become a Van Helsing. So that's also really good. That I'm level 5 and Chameleon just slayed into a level 6. 40% of my attack is not that much, but it did give me a Hunter, which is a new type as well. Sir Galahad seems really good. Cat Choir's not super impressive. A Trickster's kind of cool. This would be my first mage. So a lot of funky stuff going on here. Just move this here. I think that's fine. Or I could bench it for a turn. Yeah, let's bench it. So Evil Monster Mage is cool, but I do already have Evil Monster, so this is just Mage. I definitely think this is a good Royal. I think it's a worthwhile Royal to pick up. Could pick up my first Fluff as well that I'm really menagering. I do already have a Trickster. I do already have a bunch of animals, but that's fine. There's no way to put in Mage that doesn't make me lose other things. Unless I cut Young Tengu and put in Book Mage. It seems kind of overkill, to be honest. But I'll do it, and I'm going to cycle through the Fool to clear out more spaces in the shop. Oh, but I'm not locking here. So that was a mistake, though it didn't really matter. I guess I could have just cast the spell, and I could have put Book Mage in the front line. Definitely, we're learning here. We're learning about some optimization, but I think I'm now going to not lose for a while, which is funny, because I definitely thought I was going for 6th. I thought I was going for broke there, but sometimes you land among the stars, I think. Might be a good idea to throw in a roll because this board is pretty bad. Let's throw in one roll here. And even this will, I think, play up against my ticking clock up here. So I could just go for the Legendary Vampire Dagger and Brave Little Traitor. I do also have one more roll in me, though. But I might want to use that roll next turn when I'm level 6. That could also be good. I think I'm over the Baby Monkey, because I think it'll just be better to play the Traitor. Let's get rid of Demon Sprite. Steal 4/4 permanently from the wearer. I mean, really, I just can't come up with a reason not to buy it, because I think I want to save my roll for next turn. So I guess I could start sapping stats out of the Tailor, because it has the least stats to start. Actually, this has the least stats to start. All right, let's throw it here. The spider really doesn't need the stats, so maybe let's just throw it on the spider. I don't know if it will actually take the stats out of the spider or not, because it doesn't have that many permanent stats to begin with. pretty big board here for my opponent, to be honest, but our board is insane, so we will grab a win there. There we go. That was a good one because this was a strong opponent. A second Van Helsing. I mean, it's got to be that, but there's also Supply Cabinet. So one comp that I have never played yet is cats. And this is like okay for cats. It gets awkward because the more cats you have, the worse that it gets, but neutral furniture does work. A second Van Helsing is not super impressive. And a Royal Phoenix is still pretty powerful. You know what? We are closing in on this whole thing being over pretty quickly. I think I'm going to continue to sap the spider and then maybe take it off the spider next turn, and the spider will be at 6 attack still, and then I put it on the Phoenix. I do get one roll here, but I think I want to get this supply cabinet in, and honestly, Sir Galahad could probably go. Wise Merlin. Range and then pump up your boosts. I think that's going to be good enough to pick up here. Because I can pump up both of my cats with this. Kind of want to pump up the Phoenix as well. But it seems tough to fit it all in. I just have to play the strongest board for the next few turns. And that's really all I'm trying to do here. Just get a little bit further and further and get kills just like that. So that might put me into the finals already. Yeah, it does. So now all I have to do is win this finals, and we've done it. So for each star you charge, not really planning on doing that, not really planning on doing fluffy things. For as long as you have one or more characters, I give your hero a bunch of attack. So it's like kind of good with Van Helsing, but 100% more attack honestly does not do that much for me. Monster, animal, shadow, but I have, I actually don't have a monster, but I do have a mage and a royal and an animal. So it's just giving me shadow and monster. And I could replace Van Helsing, my only hunter. Not sure, that might be better. Rolling here will put me down to 5.2. But I think I should. Yeah, the fact that it has stealth, I think, does make it just a little bit of an upgrade. Ooh, I can piece of candy on this. Boost, receive boosts in additional time. And your boosts are 1 time stronger. I don't really know how any of this stuff works, to be honest. But I feel like we could cut the trader. Yeah, they give it another +8, so I think that that worked. Considering like trying to boost up the Royal Phoenix, but I think that this is fine. I've got an unyielding and a ranged. Yeah, I'll keep it in this order, and then I guess I can roll a little bit harder here. Oh, and then I'm throwing this on the Phoenix. Okay. Looks like I could have actually sapped a little bit more out of the spider. But I'm just trying to win 1 or 2 more fights here. And I think I can very, very well to do that. I don't know what that sentence was, but I think I can do that right now. Another Lady Guinevere. Interesting. Let's grab a level 5 treasure and see what that does for me. Your hero has attack, your hero has attack, destroy an enemy. I'm not losing, I'm winning. This guy's big, but I don't think I'm going to do anything with it. So another Lady Gwen means I cut the Royal Phoenix to then play another backline lady. Just don't think I need that. I'm going to do like more cat things, maybe. Here's some scam in various capacities. Let's see what my opponent was doing too. They got a back line of scam. Front line with some range, some scam. So pretty similar position to me. Double your aura. I think gaining some HP could be good. I don't actually know how health works in this game, but I'm not really using this thing. So let's gain a little bit of health, and then I can triple the Phoenix. So I will look to do that next turn. Okay, if we somehow manage to not die because of that play, or not win, then I've got the Phoenix waiting in the wings. But let's see how this goes. Okay, they scam, and how is this final scam going to go? Not quite for my opponent, so there we go. A really, really quick one. That was a 20-minute game. That was a fun one, though. I almost died, but then was able to pull it out with an incredible Tier 6 treasure. So there's the power of Fisher King. Yeah, kind of a weird video overall, but there we go. I think that was a fun one. I do really like this hero, so getting to showcase that for the first time I think is fun. I do think, excuse me, like I said, my voice is a little bit sore after just recording some Marvel Snap content. I'm curious if the meta, if the power of the lobbies is going to start to feel a little bit different as I begin to rank up. Maybe that's what I'm noticing here, as this one seemed to be a little bit more try-hardy in that capacity. But for today, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.